teacher, Professor V.S. Fadke, former professor and head Department of Geography, University of Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. Also the ex-president of the Bombay Geographical Association. I also heartily welcome the intercessor of this series, Professor Devendra P. Singh, sir, who we can see is the person who laid the foundation of initiating this series. So we welcome you, sir, for this program. He was the Director Research IERARD, Patna, former Vice President of NAGI. We have with us the organizing secretaries, Dr. Ambarish Kumar Rai and Dr. Amit Kumar. They both have been instrumental in providing technical support required for this series. Professor Rai is Assistant Professor, PG Department of Geography, Veer Kunwar Singh University, Ara, Bihar, and Professor Amit Kumar, who is Assistant Professor and Head PG Department of Geography, Munger University, Munger, Bihar. I also welcome Dr. Prakash Dongre, sir, who is the Principal, St. Joseph College, Satpara, Virar West, Palghar, University of Mumbai, Maharashtra. Sir will be presenting the vote of thanks. And last but not the least, I also welcome all the participants who are present for today's program. So with these few words, I now request Dr. Savitsmita Chavan, Madam, the convener of today's program, to give a brief introduction of our today's guests. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dipali, for your welcome address. With due permission of today's President, Professor Hema Malini, Madam, I'm indeed pleased to introduce our President, our Speaker, our Chief Guest, and Guest of Honors on this occasion. A brief introduction of them, but of course it's very important because all these are stalwarts of geography and they have immensely contributed to the subject and discipline. So I'll be taking slightly more time. Kindly excuse me for the same. We are indeed blessed to have with us on this auspicious platform Professor B. Hema Malini, Madam, as President to chair the session. Madam has retired as Professor and former Head, Department of Geography, Andhra University, Visakhapatnam, and presently as Honorary Professor in the Department of Geography, Andhra University. Madam has her Master's degree in Science Faculty and Doctoral degree and completed 8 projects, guided successfully 8 MPhil and 15 PhD research scholars. Madam attended 8 international conferences to the countries of Japan, USA, Brunei, and China, and 70 national conferences. She has been a visiting professor at Texas State University, San Marcos in the year 2009. Madam's contribution to the extracurricular activities is commendable, as she successfully organized as convener in the Department of Geography, Andhra Pradesh University, 2 international conferences on medical geography in 2009 and other on climate change, present concerns in 2013. Madam has to her credit research publications in the form of 115 papers, 1 textbook on physical geography in English for BA and BSc class. Her excellence and contribution to the subject and discipline has showered her with many awards, namely Best Teacher Award in 2005, conferred by Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. Environmentalist of the Year Award 2007, conferred by National Environmental Science Academy, New Delhi. Geography Teachers Award in 2012, conferred by Deccan Geographical Society, Pune, and Google Bhushan Award in 2019 by Deccan Geographical Society, Pune. Madam has successfully completed her nomination as President elected for NAGI in 2021, President NAGI for 21-22, and past President of NAGI. She has life membership of various academic associations such as NAGI, DGS, IIG, UGIT, APG, and Association of Population Geographers of India. Madam is also nominated as member on the editorial board of many journals such as the Deccan Geographer, Punjab Geographer, etc. Her love towards the subject is well known to all the geographers through her donations for sponsoring various awards such as Young Geographer Award in Deccan Geographical Society Pune, Eminent Geographer Award in National Association of Geographers India Delhi, and Promising Geographer Award in Association of Punjab Geographers. Madam, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and joining here as the president for the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your kind words.
We have with us Dr. Mrs. Tapoti Mukhopadhyay as the speaker for late B. Arunachalam sir today. Madam, we are really happy and blessed to have you here. And thank you from the core of our heart for accepting our request to mark our real tribute to Sir as you are his first PhD awardee. Dr. Tapoti Madam retired as Associate Professor from Siddhar College of Arts, Science and Commerce, affiliated to University of Mumbai, Port, with a long span of 35 years of professional career as a teacher as well as researcher. Born on 15 January 1949, Madam graduated with honors in geography from Lady Brabourne College, Calcutta University in 1967 and MA in geography from Calcutta University in 1969. Madam's doctoral degree in geography is from Mumbai University in 1989, where a focus of research in urban geography is a major contribution in the field of retail geography in India. Subsequently, the arena of research got extended beyond the boundary of urban geography, incorporating many contemporary issues in a comparative framework, namely India and China, focusing on geopolitical issues. Madam has been awarded with Emeritus Fellow in Geography by UGC of India for the year 2013 to 2015, SARC Fellowship Program, UGC Bangladesh in 2009 to 2010. First Jagannath Shankar Sheth Bicentenary Fellowship Award by University of Mumbai in the year 2003-2004. Best Teacher Award from Mumbai University in 2003. Madam is presently President of Maharashtra Federation of University of College Teachers Union, MFUC2. During her services, Madam attended many professional courses both in university as well as at national level, especially on research methodology, application of GIS, innovative teaching methods, etc. Madam joined National Atlas and Thematic Mapping Organization as Research Assistant, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India in the year 1972 to 79. She has been actively involved as BOS Member of Geography for syllabus framing of UG Geography, University of Mumbai. Taught PG Geography from 1999 at Department of Geography and PG Center of University of Mumbai. Five students have been awarded PhD degree under her guidance and supervision by University of Mumbai. Her major research works are the pattern of wholesaling function in the city of Mumbai, a spatial analysis project sponsored by ICSSR in 1997. International project with Free University Berlin, Global City Regions as Changing Sites of the Governance in 2003. Project sanctioned by ICSSR in the year 2004 on Decentralized Spatial Planning for Sustainable Development, a case study of Sindhudurg district of Maharashtra. UGC funded major research project on a framework for micro-level land use planning model, a case study of Purva Medinapur, West Bengal. Publications to Madam's credit are many, covering disciplines of geography from urban, social, land use, transport and planning, environmental and geopolitical issues, cartography and GIS. Madam's major publications as a seminar volume is edited and published by her as a mimeograph in 1997 titled Emerging Land Use Pattern of Mumbai Metropolitan Area, and the paper Decadal Changes in the Spatial Order of Mumbai was published in the book and with ISBN number by Berlin 2005. Third, Retail Commercial Structure of Greater Mumbai, a spatial analysis published by Concept Publishing Company, New Delhi. Shanghai, Mumbai, Sustainability of Development in a Globalizing World, a study based on her visit to China in 1997 published by Samskriti New Delhi in January 2001. Yangtze to Ganga Impact of Economic Reform on Space in China and India, published by Manak Publications, New Delhi in 2010. We are indeed proud that our Taputi Madam also successfully completed international exchange programs with Bangladesh and China. During the tenure of her SARC fellowship, Madam has engaged lectures in postgraduate Department of Geography in Dhaka University. She visited China three times in the year 98, 2003, and 2006, each visit for a duration of a month in the program of International Exchange of Scholars under ICSSR India and CASS China. Invited to visit China to present the paper on impact of World Trade Organization issues on agriculture, a comparative study of India and China in April 2003. She is a member of many professional bodies such as INCA, Geographical Society of India, Management Council of University of Mumbai, All India Federation of University and College Teachers Organization. Thank you so much, Taputi Madam, for accepting our request to deliver today's lecture on Professor B. Arunachalam on this platform. We are indeed blessed to have with us guest of honor, chief guest, Professor H.S. Sarma sir. He is a senior geographer with long established career spanning over 40 years. He was born on 5th January 1945 in a small village Aliabad in Nevai Tahsil of Tong district, Rajasthan. He holds postgraduate and doctoral degrees in geography from University of Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. Professor Sharma is a professor and head, former professor and head, Department of Geography, University of Rajasthan, Jaipur, and former director of Indira Gandhi Center for Human Ecology, Environment and Population Studies, Academic Staff College, and Dean for Faculty of Science, University of Rajasthan. Professor Sharma has to his credit over 100 research papers in national and international journals like Nature in 1973, Journal of Geomorphology, Germany 1989, International Journal of Human Ecology Council, London in 2009, and authored 6 books and edited 16 books. Sir has supervised more than 36 PhD scholars. He has attended and chaired various international and national conferences. Professor Sharma has been president of AG, IGI, NAGI, sectional president of section of the Earth System Sciences in Indian Science Congress, president from 2001 to 2015 of Indian Human Ecology Council, and presently its honorary president. Professor Sharma is a recipient of UGC Career Award, Rajasthan, Gaurav Award by Sanskriti Jaipur Award, Rashtriya Gaurav Award, and Vijay Shri Award by India International Friendship Society, New Delhi, and Rajiv Gandhi Gold Medal Award by Global Economic Progress and Research Association, Tamil Nadu. Professor H.S. Sharma has been conferred Bhugol Vajpasi Award by National Association of Geographers India in 2015, Lifetime Achievement Award by DST Government of Rajasthan in 2018, and National Amazing Godavari Memorial Award by Environment and Welfare Society, Khajuraho in 2020. Recently, in 2021, Professor H.S. Sharma has been awarded Bhugal Ratna Award by the National Association of Geographers India at Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi. Professor H.S. Sharma has traveled widely as a geographer to UK, Germany, Norway, Canada, Los Angeles, Malaysia, Seychelles, and Netherlands under exchange program and for attending international conferences. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here as chief guest for the session. We also have guest of honor, most dynamic personality amongst geographers, Professor Dr. Vibhas Chandra Jha, popularly known as VC Jha sir. Born in 1958 and studied BSc Geology, Geography and Chemistry and MSc Geography with first class first and PhD in Geography at Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi in the year 76, 78 and 83 respectively. Professor Jha is a renowned geographer with his area of specialization as geomorphology, cultural geography, geography of Buddhism, geoinformatics, and geospatial technology. He is Visitors Nominee in the Academic Council of Northeastern Hill University, Shillong. Recently, Professor Jha has worked as Vice Chancellor, TM Bhagalpur University. He is also the chairman of the editorial board of Indian Cartographer, the journal of the Indian National Cartographic Association. He is appointed as chairperson in NAC peer team visits at Government Dungar College, Bikaner, and many states of India such as Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tripura, Kashmir, Madhya Pradesh for a very long time. He is also vice president of National Association of Geographers India since October 2021. Chairperson, key speaker, moderator, guest of honor on in today's episode for third, fourth, seventh, and eighth in Founders are Makers of Modern Geography in India. He is member committee for compilation and verification of data for World Heritage Vishwa Bharati, member School Board of School of Earth Sciences, Central University of Tamil Nadu, Tiruvarur. Professor Jha has completed his tenure of 2 years of Principal Dean, Institute of Humanities and Social Sciences, Vishwabharati, a central university at Shanti Niketan during July 2015 to 2017, and again for the second time in 2019. Professor Jha has also completed his tenure of deputation as Director of National Atlas and Thematic Mapping Organization, Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India, Kolkata, an organization of national importance for nearly 3 years during 2012 to 2015. Sir has also served as Registrar and Finance Officer in Vishwabharati. Prior to joining Vishwabharati, he worked as a scientist engineer for the National Remote Sensing Agency, Hyderabad, posted at IIRS Dehradun. He received the Baba Atomic Research Center Research Fellowship in Geology for his doctorate degree in geomorphology. Dr. Jha was awarded second place in the International Photogeomorphological Contest at McMaster University, Hamilton, Canada in 1993. Professor Jha has enormous experience in institution building and has served in various positions like coordinator for the project team from India side on Indian Asian Archaeological Atlas from satellite data, connectivity of regional culture, finite root and infinite values, a joint venture between India and Thailand aiming at strengthening bilateral relations between the Asian nations in the field of science and technology. Professor Jha was the president of the Indian Institute of Geomorphologists, vice president in 2009, vice president in 2001, and joint secretary in 1997. A full member of the International Geographical Union Commission on Land Degradation and Desertification. Dr. Jha visited the International Center for Theoretical Physics in Italy as a special participant at the conference. Sir has many laurels to his credit, but I'll brief it uh, to conclude that Sir has widely traveled to Hungary, Italy, Vatican City, Austria, Germany, Kenya, Canada, USA, Thailand, and Japan for various seminars, conferences, and workshops. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our
Thank
invitation
you very much. Thank you very much.
uh, to chair as the guest of honor. We are also blessed to have with us Professor V.S. Phadke, sir, my guru, former head Department of Geography, University of Mumbai. Born at Pulnagar at his maternal uncle place on 7 September 1949, completed his schooling at local board school in Powers and passed vernacular in June 1958. He completed his BSc in 1966 and MSc in 1968 to join Kirti College in 1966 as first batch of BA Geography under his headship that passed out in 1973. Later, Sir joined Department of Geography, University of Mumbai in 1979 as a lecturer and was awarded with PhD degree in 1983 under the guidance of Dr. K. Sita as his first PhD candidate. and so got appointed as reader in 1983. He became professor and head Department of Geography, University of Mumbai in 1994. With his long dedicated teaching services up to September 2005, is marked with great contribution to the subject. In the area of research, Sir has guided 27 students for their MA dissertations, 9 MPhil dissertations, and 6 awarded with doctoral degree. Sir has many research papers published in renowned journals, chapters in edited books, and as joint author in books that are worth reading. Post retirement, Sir promoted the subject of geography by engaging postgraduate classes as coordinator from 2006 till 2019 at Nagindas Khandwala College, Malad. Sir has also contributed immensely to the Bombay Geographical Association in various capacities as president by publication of map book, Bombay Geographical Magazine, organizing conferences, seminar, workshops, etc. On this auspicious occasion, we pray Almighty to shower on each and everyone present here with sound and long healthy life, with peace, prosperity, and happiness, and a vibrant academic career. Thank you so much. With this introduction of our guest president speakers on this platform, with permission of the President, Professor Hema Malini Madam, I now invite Professor Dr. Tapoti Mukhopadhyay to please give session on late Professor B. Arunachalam. Sir. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Unmute. Unmute.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, madam.
Proceed.
Yes. Thank you and namaskar. Because many of the guests sitting in front of me, at one point of some time, I have interacted with them, with Arunachalam sir, myself, and as Kapoti, I was moving all over the country in geography also and other activity also. I worked in two lines in my life. One is my passion for geography. Another is my passion for the teachers organization. Till today, I am one of the office bearer in Maharashtra level. But that is not important. Sovismita was reading biodata. Many things I forgot in the past, what type of paper I have written. But I know one thing, that still I am alive in geography. As I moved with Professor Arunachalam in the latter part of my academic career, because I was originally in Calcutta. I passed my BA honors from Lady Brabourne College, Calcutta. Then I joined Calcutta University as a postgraduate student. And the day we joined, that was the last day of Dr. S.P. Chatterjee as a professor and head of the department. And after that also, we have met him in many occasions. But his first lecture to the newly admitted students, still I remember. Maybe many of us, our classmates remember, that is that he welcomed the young ladies and gentlemen in the sphere of geography. And he told that all of you will survive for a long time. My time is end. And in that professional career, continue with geography. Do not leave geography and enter into the arena of other subjects. You have to acquire your specialization in the subject geography, which will help you to remain in the academic field. That was his last lecture. After that, he has not delivered any lecture to the students. Friends, after completing the master post-graduation, we joined National Atlas, the most vibrant platform of the geographer in India during that time, because it was a very large, almost 900 to 1,000 young geographer was working. Lots of projects were coming, and we are being exposed to the field of geography through the work of National Atlas. After 7 years of work, I left Calcutta because of matrimonial reason, I got married and my husband was in Bombay, so I shifted to Bombay. So today, since then, 1977, 78, I'm in Bombay. So I'm more of a Bombayite or Maharashtrian than a Bengali. Origin is in Bengal, my upbringing here in the latter stage with Professor Arunachalam. That may be one of the reasons which Sovismita calls me. I have given one lecture. I worked with Professor Arunachalam very closely, intricately, and remain with him decades, few decades, at least 2 decades. Now, I want to say something that what was Professor Arunachalam, many of you know, as a person, as a teacher, as an organizer, as an administrator, and also as a researcher. And many of his endeavor, which he took after 80, I was closely associated with him. He was very much dependent on some people. Dependent means that his work has to be shared, his work has to be understood and carried forward. Now, friends, going back to Professor Arunachalam, I could not complete my PhD in Calcutta, so I came to Bombay. I came to Professor Arunachalam with one line letter from Professor Dasgupta of National Atlas that you go and meet Professor Arunachalam, probably he will help you. So Professor Arunachalam told me, you want to do PhD in urban geography? I said, yes. I don't know urban geography. I said, sir, I also do not know much because that is the beginning of urban geographical sector in India. We'll learn together. He was looking at me. You are very courageous, no? I said, yes. He was known for my courage to my teachers. Now, friends, since that day, I remain with him. My professional in college teaching and other things is a subsidiary thing. Half of the day I used to spend in the Department of Geography without having any ambition or any desire that I will get something. But I learned a lot from Professor Arunachalam because, as I told you, in the initial period, Professor Arunachalam, born in 1933 in Madurai, all these stories in various times he only told me. I have not read it from anywhere. And then he gone to the school in some place, stayed with some relative because in his childhood and young age, he was highly affected by the lack of resource, which in a local word we say it was poverty. His father was working in a school and they are 4 brother and sister, mother. So whatever the money used to come, it was not sufficient for the family to have a lavish life or a proper expenditure. So he undertook a lot of trouble in his school days, then in his college days, for his study and other things. Many story I remember, which I cannot share it with you, but from this passage, because this is just after independence, and that time many talented people all over the country have undergone this type of agony, this type of this type of various type of adjustment with money, resource, accommodation, institutional support. Everything was meager. Everything was very meager. And in that thing, from that particular situation, many people have rises after partition from the ashes of Indian freedom movement. So this is one person, Arunachalam. I know many other people in my family, those who have post-independent India, started journey and reached to a particular level which they can acquire. Now, from this Madras Presidency College, Professor Arunachalam wanted or needed a job. As I told, that earning in the family was very meager, 4 brother and sisters, mother. So, but Madras was not a place which was offering job, or he didn't get a job. So he left Madras and came to Bombay, landed in Rupadel College, Matunga. And there he entered into the profession as a teacher. This is the beginning of the journey of Professor Arunachalam. Rupadel College did not have geography because this region of India, that is Bombay and surrounding, is not very rich in many subjects. Some subjects are very flourished as a commerce subjects, chemistry and science, because that was a demand of chemistry for the industry. And among the social science, Bombay University had a very rich economics department. But geography, in fact, started with Arunachalam and C.D. Deshpande. But I came from a very roaring geography department of Calcutta University, where 70 students were there in postgraduate class. And rest of the people who did not get, they used to go to other university, wiping their tears. They did not get chance. So with that, there was no comparison of a newly born child, which is subject geography. But Professor Arunachalam vision was, he wanted that there should be a postgraduate department. Probably in the deep core of his mind, it was there his desire to be a professor of that department. So he continued to work first in Rupadel College, where geography was taught in first and second year. Till now it is first and second year. It has not gone into the third year. This is the weakness of the subject geography's growth and development in the western region of India. Very few colleges have got major geography subjects in this particular university, especially in Bombay. Outside Bombay, in the district level, there are geographies a popular subject. Now, with this, he spent 6-7 years in Rupadel College. He told me I did not have much work. So I used to take my classes. Then I used to get out of the college. That time all these existing rules were not there, 5 years, 7 years, say 5 hours, 7 hours. I used to take a bus and go with the bus. I want to see the city of Bombay. This was his love for geography. The growth and development of a city, if you want to know, you have to move from place to place. And opportunity came to Professor Arunachalam from Rupadel College. Dr. C.B. Joshi, Principal C.B. Joshi in Parla College, Shathe College, called him. Very renowned principal, very well organizer for the subjects, academic organizer. C.B. Joshi called him. They want to start geography department in Parla College. In fact, the embryo of geography department was laid in Parla College up to postgraduate section. And in postgraduate section also started in Parla College. And then they started approval of the university and all these academic and administrative phenomena. And they have got the university's approval, and university was expanding. University was in 4th campus only. But they have got a very big land in Kalina, and new departments were shifted to Kalina, along with from Parla College to Kalina campus. Geography department also shifted from 2 rooms, and Professor Arunachalam became not professor, he became later stage. He became a full-fledged lecturer in the Department of Geography, where students were started. And that time C.D. Deshpande joined as the head and professor. C.D. was DPI of this Maharashtra. And DPI had a lot of power. I have asked many times C.D. Deshpande, you were DPI, sir. You could have started geography in many colleges. Yes, you have not done that. Now there are a lot of problems in opening any new subjects and other things. But anyway, C.D. Deshpande and Arunachalam initially started Geography was taught in the afternoon, not in the during day, morning time, because they were mainly the teachers, and teachers training course was introduced in this particular department. Such thing happened in Calcutta also. First, Dr. Chatterjee was testing whether he will be able to successfully introduce geography. So he started teachers training course 1 or 2 years. Then it has gone to graduate level and postgraduate level. But Chatterjee was one of the most dynamic teaching administrator in the country. Most dynamic. He, in one hand, Department of Geography, in another hand, National Atlas. Today you pass, tomorrow you join National Atlas, new project has come. The application of geography, such lively, living example are not seen in many places. However, friends, in this particular situation, struggle was going on. And at a particular time, Dr. Sita, K. Sita joined, and gradually C.D. Deshpande retired. So it was Arunachalam and Sita, both of them were sharing the responsibility of running the department. Many times Professor Arunachalam told me or other people also, those who are close to him, I used to teach all the papers. What you used to teach all the papers, sir? Specialization? No teacher was there. I used to read, I used to read, learn, and come to the class. And because of that particular effort, probably geography sustained as a postgraduate subject in the university department. From that particular time, it was only teaching, nothing else. It was not possible. In geography department was within the chemistry department, and they were having 2 rooms, and both of them, Sita Madam and Arunachalam sir, were doing things. I was not a student of Bombay University, as I told. I passed my post-graduation from Calcutta. Very big department, 10, 12 teachers, many research projects. So it was different. Mature department and a child just born, but child sustained. Now, Arunachalam sir's desire of any research or thing could not be successful initial period because his major job was taking lectures, completing the portion. 10, 12 dissertation they used to complete, teacher Sita Madam and Arunachalam, and then giving students who are getting their degree after completion, examination. From this particular time, Arunachalam became professor in 1977, I think, when I came to Bombay. And then gradually department recruitment took place and some responsibility was shared. And within a gradually, there was no PhD student. I think Farkesh sir was the first PhD student. When I joined with Arunachalam, become the second PhD students. I completed my PhD in 87 and got the degree under Professor Arunachalam, first PhD student. He was never taking focus on PhD student. And after that, two more people got PhD degree under the guidance of Arunachalam. But he wanted to develop geography in collaboration with many institutions, government organizations, as well as industry. His vision was there that geography will not be able to sustain it. The modern geography, till 1970, after the Second World War, only revolution was the quantification, quantitative revolution. And in eastern side, in Calcutta, the revolution was map making. Geographer has to survive with map. And that was the Dr. Chatterjee's vision, mission, and his preaching, everything. You will not sustain any other factor. Physical geography, map making, cartography, these are the specialization in which geography will grow, develop, and maintain their particular specialization feeling which other people cannot do. What you can do in these particular subjects and field, other subjects will do something else, not what you are doing as a geography student. However, with a certain thing happened. Professor Arunachalam gradually getting out of the departmental clutch and combining and integrating with other institutions. This is modern geography. What after the quantitative revolution or during the quantitative revolution, Arunachalam was an expert in quantification. His basic fascination was statistics and maths. Because of that, he was able to capture the quantitative techniques very quickly. And Bombay University in their postgraduate syllabus, prior to many other university, introduced this quantitative technique, correlation, regression, analysis, and bivariate analysis up to a quite deep into the statistical method. Since then it was going on. Then this static quantitative revolution merges with technological revolution. Arunachalam was, that time I was very closely associated with Professor Arunachalam's research and these activities, not as a faculty member. My teaching was in a college, but I used to be after 1 o'clock every day in the department, every day. And technological revolution, GIS. Technology is hijacking the conceptual part of geography. We have attended many seminars. We have attended INCA conference where foreign university people are coming and expressing their worry that geography will not sustain in this war between the technology and the concept. But GIS came. In India also there was a very long debate whether GIS will remain or whether it will be traditional cartography that will sustain, whether what should be followed and not. That time it was thought and decided by the senior cartographers, geographers, that GIS is a must. But GIS need not be independent technology. GIS has to be merged with the concept of traditional cartography. And all these workshops, many industries came, Rolta and at least 8-10 in Bombay, who are doing the GIS package, and more or less Government of India, the remote sensing organization, satellite imagery. That time, I remember 10 days first course for the teacher in our country, organized by this Hyderabad Institute of Remote Sensing. And that coordinator was Professor Arunachalam, and I was the assistant coordinator. 10 days we stayed there, and our classes were going on by the experts, that what is remote sensing and how remote sensing can be converted. Remotely sensed data can be converted into map. This was a very big technique during that time. Now it is very easy. And we learned it. 10 teachers from the different parts of the country were selected. Committee was there. Of course, Professor Arunachalam there, and I worked also with him. And we have completed 10 days workshop where UGC chairman Ram Reddy came and distribute the certificate. They give me to speak on behalf of the participant 3 minutes. I spoke 3 minutes. And Ram Reddy told, I wonder, teacher can talk in 3 minutes also? I said, yes, they can talk in 3 minutes also, and now they can talk in 55 minutes also. It depends what we are talking. Now, friends, in this particular thing, the modern geography entered into the premises of the various institutions and government departments. Satellite imagery become very important. And Indian National Cartographic Organization, headed by Survey of India, started this work, map making with the imagery and through the GIS. 10th Cartographical Congress was hosted by Bombay. Professor Arunachalam was the president, and I was the organizing secretary. I was the organizing secretary because Sir wanted, I want my trusted person in this field who will do the work. Many people worked, not only me alone. If I say that, that will be wrong. They worked, I also worked, given most of the valuable time of my life after my PhD to organize this income. Mic should be muted. Now, from this Inca, Arunachalam sir taken another vision was there, passion was there. That was his historical aspects. He was basically a science student. Mathematics, physics, geography was his subject in intermediate. And he was very much interested in statistics, methodology, database, how to be created. And then he thought that he has to now start doing something else. History also was his passion because no liberal education or learning can be successful without a spatio-temporal analysis. And in this spatio-temporal frame, Professor Arunachalam is one of the master. And in that spatio-temporal, history was his basic interest. So he joined hand with a very big team in India, CSIR supported team. 6 university was in the part of that team. Topic was history of Indian navigation. Navigation is a science. There are many topics, and this navigation science history has been come to this 6 university, Bombay, Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, and few more. Because I have attended all the meeting, I have been taken as a co-investigator from Bengal coast to Odisha coast. Because there, all the boatsmen are speaking in Bengali, and I visited this coastal area with Professor Arunachalam 2-3 times in the boats up to Bangladesh border. He was very much fascinated that how he is traveling in boat in Bangladesh border, because field work was also his passion. He was never theoretically writing anything without going to the field. He will go to that particular place and then he will see it in his own eyes before he confirming any observation in his major writing. So now when he has gone into this tradition in Indian navigation, all over the coast, the total coast of India divided into 6 universities, he was one of the principal investigators, and he was fully involved in that tradition in boat. Everywhere boat building and how the boat is, evolved, the building has evolved. He has gone to many places in the traditional boat builder. I took him to a place in Bengal. Name of the place is Bolagor. Very interior place. With the help of my brother in Calcutta based, Professor Arunachalam went there, sat in that boat building place, and then they explained and they gave him a small boat. But they told whoever comes to us, probably all are big people, we give them a small boat. And he was very satisfied. From that Sundarban area, Bengal area, we went to Odisha in Bhubaneswar. And in Bhubaneswar, he gave a talk on this tradition of Indian navigation through the boatsman. This is Professor Arunachalam. This is past, but he is bringing the past into the present context. And in the present context, he is giving the new thoughts that without the history of a particular subject, science, the subject will not grow and develop. So as I told you, that this is one of the things. And another thing is joining hand with the Indian Cartographic Organization, joining hand with Survey of India, bringing maps, a huge number of maps to University Department as a map reference center. So his vision was it shall expand to such an extent that our student will learn all the modern good development in the subject of geography. When it was all these things were going on, by the time his retirement time came, from the two important projects, one is tradition in navigation, another is history of cartography. On the history of cartography, he has written many papers from the Chols, historical, and how the historical aspects were depicted and projected in the map. Before the British came, India has a tradition of map making, and that tradition has to be brought through these big projects of history of Indian cartography. Friends, this was the journey towards the modern this thing. And now after that also, many new things came. He retired. Up to that time, I was very closely associated. I visited many places, especially this coastal area. I was a co-investigator with SAR, small part, Bengal to Orissa, and enjoyed a lot. Enjoy of learning. And with this, gradually I shifted from Professor Arunachalam because my passion was different. Economic reform has come to China, opening has taken place, the special changes are taking place in China. I was theoretically and on my own, ideologically, I believe that it has to be observed how this reform is taking place, how the land which was closed is get open market. So I have taken the project of Indo-China relationship. SAR's project was mainly remained as a tradition of cartography, maritime history, and he was moving with the Maritime History Society. But from the period of 1979-80 up to 1993, all the major projects which Professor Arunachalam contributed, I remain associated with him. And that is my probably for that reason, Somi Smita calls me that I know Professor Arunachalam. I know him as a person, I know him as a teacher, I know him as a researcher. I have seen him working. He has not taught anything. That was not his nature. His students knows. He will take lectures. But because I was with him, I have learned many things from his work. As I learned a lot from my Calcutta University teachers, I have visited field that time also in a very young age, but this is comparatively mature age. Professor Arunachalam taken many initiatives, started many initiatives, but initiative up to a certain extent reached, and beyond that, it has not reached the height. With Chatterjee's initiative like National Atlas reached the peak because the whole atmosphere, the state level government, central level government, all were helping to prepare a national atlas for the country in Hindi. And that national atlas Chatterjee prepared in 6 months' time, sitting in Calcutta. Took the national atlas and presented it to Jawaharlal Nehru in parliament. Nehru came forward, hugged him. You have prepared a national atlas. This height only Chatterjee achieved, and other people continued. Here it was not possible. Probably whole atmosphere was different, focus was different. The academic focus was on the commercial side. As a result of that, geography could not be spreaded also the way it should have been spreaded in Mumbai region, but still it survived. The initiative which he take, when I look back, I realize it was all very dynamic and it was all wonderful initiative. As I said, that spatio-temporal analysis is the core for the analysis of any social science academics things. And moreover, geography has to survive with the geographical strength, that is map making. Professor Arunachalam is the lover of map, from history to the remote sensing imagery, from the Chol kingdom map or Tipu Sultan time map, pre-British, and then present time satellite imagery. Everything he was keeping in his thoughts, how the geography process and what role a geographer play in the map making, in the process of development, in the identifying the resources, and of course, bringing the resource for the development of the human society. These all are not become over. And not also it has that everything he could have done. He did not have a very big team in that way. Very few people are working in a dedicated way with him. After that, he has also gone to the age and started. He was, till the last day, he was associated with the Maritime History Society. As I told you, 93 onwards, I started my own way of thinking because it was my understanding that throughout your life you cannot remain as an assistant to your teacher. You have to be independent in your thoughts, and whatever you have learned, you have to apply in that. So my first Indo-China project after my PhD was Shanghai, Mumbai. Shanghai, Mumbai published as a book, and it got over in 2-3 days time because that was the time when government was promoting this concept of Shanghai, Mumbai. I have not promoted government concept. I told it is not possible. It is an incomparable thing comes into comparison. Shanghai is in a different setup. Mumbai is in a different setup. I'm not talking to that particular thing. From that three occasions I have visited China. Then I become SARC fellow. I went to Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, I was born in Bangladesh. I have gone to Bangladesh as a SARC fellow. And I was in Dhaka University for 6 months. I came back. I have guided PhD for the 5 students and many projects I am associated. I want to do work till the last day of my life. As I have seen Professor Arunachalam many people claim that he was your teacher. Yes, he was my teacher. His strong desire to do the work, find out the facts, reality, and no compromise with the quality of work. No compromise. He has not guided only PhD that time. That is the reason I came from Calcutta, became his first PhD student. He told, "Are you wonderful? You have learned a lot in Calcutta." And said, "Yes, sir. Whatever I learned, many things, gaps are there. I'm going to learn it now." City of Bombay was his passion. Every year he used to take the student into wholesale market. Why? Because this is the beginning. Cities start from this wholesale city fountain and followed by the wholesale market. There are many roads, and where the segregation of commodities, caste, religion, everything is taking place. One of my postdoctoral work was wholesaling area. And every house I visited, ground floor map I made, first floor map I made, which was very much appreciated by the geographer, senior geographer. That time GIS was not there. That you have gone to the first floor? Yes, I have gone to the first floor. See how the function changes. Yes, with the character of the city. Many foreign geographers also have done the work, but foreigner cannot enter into the depth of the society. It is our society, it is our city. We have to enter into this particular thing. We learn many things from the foreign, but we have to apply it in our own structure to India. This is also Professor Arunachalam used to sing. Kitapoti, go and see in Kalwa Devi Road, such and such thing are there or not. I was saying, "What, sir? I cannot go now." No, tomorrow you go. I used to go and come back and telling, "Yes, this is thing. There is a combination of commodities with the clothes and other things." Friends, whatever I know about Arunachalam sir, I have presented before you. What I wanted to say that the initiative what he has taken remain unfulfilled in many cases because many things has started, conference, convention, talk. After that application, it has not happened. Now the present geographer, now The crises are more deep because with the new policy of education, many subjects will not sustain because they will be integrating with each other and then it will take a new shape. Whatever shape it may take, there has to be some utility of math. There has to be some data analysis. There has to be some spatio-temporal analysis, whether it is elective subject or it is core subject. I am working in the sphere of new education policy and its application. I always think what will happen to geography, what will happen to history. All these things will march together or independent identity will remain. Independent identity will remain if we are able to take that independent particular sphere where we are as a geography students will continue and work to teach our students the same type of work which tradition has to march with the new society, new thoughts, new concept. And this was Dr. Chatterjee taught all his students in North India, all his students, that do not forget the special relationship with the human activity, special relationship with the cropping pattern, special relationship with the culture, special relationship with the human geography. These many times we have heard all these things because every day, even after retirement, Chatterjee used to come to National Atlas. Every day also, Arunachalam sir also tried not to reach Chatterjee. Chatterjee was the guru of all geographers. Tried to continue the work, but after a particular time, it gets stopped. I believe this unfinished work has to be taken. Now, the many Shobhismita or Bombay Geographical Association or many other associations are trying to take geography, geographical thoughts, geographical views, geographical work in a scientific manner, analysis. And this also has to be taken where the thread he has left. And we have to take that thread and go ahead with the younger generation to see that, yes, we are surviving in geography. Yes, geography will survive in us. And that is my desire, and that I feel I pay my respect. I owe a lot to Professor Arunachalam because of my knowledge, learning. Whatever small little thing I've learned from our Calcutta teachers, the wonderful learning. And this is also one person mainly I have interacted here. That is Bala Subramaniam Arunachalam. He is not there, but his desire is there. His dream is there, and that has to be carried forward. Thank you very much, Shobhismita, that you have given me the opportunity to talk about that. And I'm also thankful to all the senior people. Many of them I know, have seen them as a young geographer, and I shall remember that I have able to present my thoughts before them. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tapoti Madam. It was really very awesome lecture. And whatever you have suggested, definitely we all will work together with support guidance from all the senior geographers present here. And today's session which you gave on Arunachalam sir, no other person would have been really the best to deliver on this, because you were most closely associated for long years with him, deeply in the field as well as in the teaching as well as in all other activities. And therefore, since I was knowing this and you being his first PhD awardee, it was really more appropriate to have you as a speaker for today's session, because the journey which you have taken right from the beginning till his post-retirement and later on too has been really given a great depth to entire contribution that sir has done to the subject of geography. And we all will definitely try to fulfill his dream with full capacity and best efforts. Thank you so much, Madam, for being here. With President's permission, I now request Chief Guest of Honor, Professor H.S. Sharma, sir, to please give few comments.
सभी को नमस्कार. At the very outset, I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to the organizers and especially to Kavit Vilas Rao Chavan for giving me and inviting me to this platform. Though I've been associated with this platform since beginning, but this is a unique opportunity that some discussion on Professor V. Arunachalam has taken place, and Professor Tapati Mukhopadhyay has very rightly pointed out each and every aspect of his perception about the geography and how geographers can contribute to the society and how geographers should interact with the landscape area around him. So all these things he has very rightly narrated. I would like to, because my association with Professor V. Arunachalam, mainly during conferences in various places, I visited thrice to Bombay University. I think he was head of the department, and at that time, I took my postgraduate students to visit Bombay and to conduct field survey. So I requested Professor Arunachalam to arrange our survey area, and he suggested that you go to the, because his passion was for marine ecology. So he suggested that you go to the beach area and try to see and try to map that particular area. So we did it. So, but so far as its own contribution in the field of geography is concerned, I think after retirement of Professor Deshpande, as I knew, that he became head of the Department of Geography and he tried to shape the department in his own way. And whatever he learned throughout his career, and apart from his assignment as the head of the department, I think he also had some other assignment like OSD in the University Department of Geography. And not only an academician, but as an administrator, he contributed significantly for the enrichment of the university as well as to the department. Having a science background, because Professor Deshpande, Professor Arunachalam's background was science background, as Tapati Mukhopadhyay has indicated, and his primary interest were from physical geography and cartography. And whatever contribution he had made, I think mostly in the field of geomorphology, in the field of cartography. I remember that in 1992, he was the person who organized Cartographic Association annual meeting at Bombay when the whole country was under a very bad shape because of the Bauri Masjid demolition. But he had a guts to organize such a big event in Bombay University and successfully conducted Cartographic Association. Apart from that, I think most of his work was concentrated mainly on Western Ghats because so far as geomorphology is concerned. And whatever disturbance in the... So main contribution of Professor Arunachalam was on geomorphology, cartography, and cartography he specialized. He prompted him to fascinate interdisciplinary field of research also in working in the field of cartography. His article having 110, I have seen that some 110 papers he has published, particularly in the field of cartography, and mainly includes out of 110, I think 30 papers were on cartography in reputed journal of India and abroad. and he became professor in spite of having doctoral degree. That is very important thing about Professor Arunachalam, that he didn't have formal PhD degree, but despite of that, he supervised number of scholars in the Bombay University, and number of scholars got PhD under the guidance of Professor B. Arunachalam. Endowed with sharp memory, as I have learned through interaction with him during various conferences, good oratory, command over English language. Professor Arunachalam was a successful teacher. And he was a very strict teacher, as I learned from his student, Madam Tapati must be knowing that he was a very strict teacher in the class. So, but what I understood from it, I personally visited his house also. He was living in a very small flat in Bombay area. I don't remember the name of the area in which he was residing, but all these qualities which he inculcates during his career and the contribution which he has made in the field of geomorphology, in the field of physical geography, and in the field of uh, cartography, I think it will go a long way to guide students in the coming years. Professor Arunachalam was one of the key figure, as I and Tapati ji also indicated, that in starting the National Cartographic Association in India, and he tried to establish chapter in Bombay University also. Professor Arunachalam assumed the responsibility of nurturing school level geography. That is his another contribution, because at a school level he did lot of work for enriching the school level geography, organizing lectures, exhibitions,
geography lecture.
summer school, orientation and refresher courses.
Geography lecture actually.
As a head of the department. So all these things go a long way to have his contribution in the field of geography. As a head of the department, Arunachalam was very open for suggestions and sharing new field of specialization in geography. Thanks to multidisciplinary approach, a core spatial dimension of development which he developed, along with some innovative specializations in the field of human geography would be introduced. And all these things which I think whatever he felt. And Professor Arunachalam has a deep sense of commitment for the sanctity of teaching profession in geography. He has a deep sense of commitment and the welfare of the teachers also. So overall, as a human being, as a researcher, he immensely contributed to the subject of geography, and I think geographer will remember him for a long time and whatever contribution he has made. And I don't want to say much about, because she has already covered all the aspects of the contribution of Professor Arunachalam, and by giving personal touch with Calcutta and Bombay, and the contribution of Professor S.P. Chatterjee in organizing this national access organization. So with these few words, I pay my great tribute to Professor B. Arunachalam for his great contribution to the subject of geography in this subcontinent. Thank you very much, madam. Thank you.
You have to unmute, madam.
Thank you so much, Professor H.S. Sharma sir. It was indeed very nice to know the entire journey which you had with Arunachalam sir during your visits and during conferences. And so it was nice that R.P. Mishra sir from Sagar University suggested me that H.S. Sharma sir was more associated with Arunachalam sir on many occasions, and therefore it will be very nice to have you as a chief guest of honor on this platform, and that's very true. Thank you so much, sir. Now I invite our guest of honor, Professor V.C. Jha, sir, to please comment on his views on Professor.